Chapter 1008. Alex snorted and said, "If you have any clues, you must tell me the first time." Don Stephen respectfully said, "Okay, Master Anderson, I see." Alex hung up the phone, turned back to Mrs. Brown and Linda, and said, "Mrs. Brown and Linda, don't worry about the two of you. I have asked friends to help me find out that he is quite energetic. I see some clues will come back soon." Mrs. Brown said with a red eye, "Alex, thank you very much." Alex hurriedly said, "Mrs. Brown, what are you talking about? I also came out of the orphanage. Now that the younger siblings in the orphanage are lost, I will definitely try my best to find them back." Linda choked up and said, "Brother Alex, you donated so much money yesterday." On the way back, Mrs. Brown also said that we are going to add a set of monitoring equipment to the entire orphanage. I didn't expect it to be today. Having said that, Linda couldn't help it all at once, and started crying again. Alex knows Mrs. Brown and Linda very well. Most of the people working in the orphanage are very kind, and they take care of these children without parents as their own children, and regard themselves as the parents of these orphans. Now the welfare home has lost 10 children at once, which is naturally a huge blow to them. Alex was about to speak to comfort them, when Don Stephen called. He hurriedly connected. I heard Don Stephen say on the other end of the phone, "Master Anderson, I have already asked someone to find out. Mendez temporarily found a friend on the road last night and borrowed a deck of Iveco. Come out, there will be no fall in the early morning." Borrowed an Iveco? Alex raised his eyebrows, and said coldly, "The kid who stole the kid also drove an Iveco. I guess this guy and his family did it." Don Stephen immediately said, "Master Anderson, or provide this kid's phone number to the police now and let the police locate and arrest people based on his phone number." Alex said coldly, "No. This kind of scum who specializes in poisoning children is too cheap for them to go to jail. I want them to die." Don Stephen suddenly shuddered and blurted out, "Master, if there is any need, Don Stephen will make him die." Alex asked, "Can you locate that kid based on his phone number?" Don Stephen said, "No problem, I have someone on Verizon, and can investigate his real-time location information." Alex said, "Okay. Now you help me figure out the position." Don Stephen said immediately, "Master Anderson, give me 5 minutes." "It is good." Alex hung up the phone, immediately called Adam Smith, and asked, "How many helicopters can Oris Hill currently mobilize? How many people can each be carried?" Adam Smith said, "Master, Orem Grand has 2 heavy helicopters, each of which can take 12 people. There is a general aviation company invested by the Andersons at the airport, and there are 3 medium-sized helicopters, each of which can take 8 people." Alex snorted and said, "Get all the helicopters ready and bring your best manpower. Besides, you can let one of the helicopters pick me up near the Oris Hill Welfare Institute now." Adam Smith hurriedly asked, "Master, what are you going to do?" Alex said coldly, "I want to walk for the sky."